March nothing short of madness, that's for sure. Lots of people doing those brackets. We see them here in the newsroom.
Did you buy into one?
I did not.
Did
No one came up to me. I think people were a little intimidated by my knowledge, right?
You can crunch the numbers and figure it out? Yeah. It can be competitive, and it turns out it's a great way that you can bond with some of your coworkers.
Yeah, we sent Caroline the Morning's Molly Oak over to CFCC to speak with a math professor to figure out how to beat your friends and family.
Just tell us how to beat Molly.
If you know me at all, you know I'm a pretty competitive person. So when March comes around, it's definitely madness, especially in my house, with my friends at work. I want to know how to beat my coworkers. So what are the tips, Larry? What can we do to win all these bracket challenges?
Well, the competitiveness comes from my family too. Mom's a State fan, Dad's a Duke fan, my sister's Carolina, my brother-in-law's Wake Forest.
So your sister's the smart one in the family.
Well, during ACC tournaments, people go to bed without food, so that happens. But one big thing, and I know this is a big local deal, we got UNCW as a 12 seed,
right,
and we see 5-12s all the time. We
those
love
are
those
always
upsets.
upsets.
Yes,
Yeah.
those are always upsets. Well, UNCW has an advantage. They're in an early game. They're on
Really?
the first day, early game, and that's usually where you see these large upsets that everybody talks about.
Okay, so that's something to look for.
Yeah, looking at the numbers 5 versus 12, 82 and 46. So this is the one we always look at, but the 6 and 11 seeds have exactly the same record, but nobody talks about a 6 and 11 winning.
Right.
So these are good. 7 and 10 and 8 and 9 brackets, those are coin tosses.
Okay.
7s have a little bit better, but 8s versus 9s is exactly 50% historically.
So when you see this 8 versus 9, that's when you can just flip a coin, move on to your next one.
Yes.
And then the 1 versus 16, you said, that's never happened.
Never happened. Never happened. Probably never will. So maybe one day. Or they'll expand it to 132 teams next. I don't know. They keep bringing the first round in again.
So what's the big takeaway? What do we need to know when we're filling out our brackets?
All right. So the big takeaway, on average, about 4.5 teams have made it that were seeded 11 or lower.
Wow.
Each year. So on average, you're going to want to pick 4 teams that are 11 seeds or lower to advance in the first round,
Okay.
and then you want to pick 1 to 2 teams that are seeded 13 or lower to make it through the first round.
So you're looking at about 6 upsets for your first round.
Yes. And if you can get through that first round unscathed, you'll be the first person to ever do it, which would be pretty much an A in my stats class here.
All right, so look for those 6 upsets. And remember, that interesting thing, early games, more likely for the upsets. There you go. There are your tips to get that perfect bracket. Good luck, everyone.